So hey guys, it's Mr. MJ Fan 101 here with E-Man, aka Ethan, and Killer 1105, aka Joseph. We're going to be doing a podcast today. This is something new. We haven't tried this before, so we're going to see how well this works out. So Killer's going to discuss the topic first. Killer, you have to explain what it is and then talk about it. So here you go.
Alright, so guys, I'm just going to be talking about RPGs and there's a lot of them being released today and how they're doing. The Bethesda has it right in their heads. Fallout 3 was great. If you don't have it, I recommend picking it up. New Vegas was okay, but they went a little downwards. Now, Borderlands was great. It's a first person, and a lot of people have been doing first person RPGs. I think that's a good idea and a bad idea because a lot of people like the third persons and the massive online multiplayer and/or World of Warcraft, that kind of stuff. I mean, but, you know, games like BioShock that are first person, like BioShock isn't really an RPG, but they have it fit in there that you're exploring and getting new weapons and killing random people who are running up to you and stuff, which is fun, you know, and it's addicting, just like Fallout 3. And I picked up BioShock 2 today, and I don't want to sound like a noob because I haven't really picked it up, but it's a really good game, and the old style is really fun to play. I wouldn't say it's a RPG, but it's definitely a first-person, you know, kind of. I don't want to say shooter, but melee weapon. It's big on that and stuff. What do you think, Luke, about BioShock?
I think BioShock's pretty awesome. It's probably one of my favorite series because I just like the whole like 1950s, 1960s feel, and then I like how it has RPG elements and first-person shooter elements combined. BioShock 2 introduced a lot of new things like melee with everything, not a specific melee weapon, and new plasmids and stuff. And BioShock in general introduced plasmids, and then BioShock 2 has multiplayer. So, what does Killer and E-Man, do you guys want to talk about like multiplayer or something? All right, you guys can have BioShock. You guys can have the thing on multiplayer right now.
Um, I guess I'll start. Now, the multiplayer, the damage on the weapons is kind of like Halo. It takes a long time to kill someone, but it's very addicting and fun when you first get it. there's of course the Tommy gun, the Magnum, the shotgun, you know, the regular weapons. But you do have your left hand, which is controlling Inferno, the electric, the freezing. You could also freeze people, which stops them and makes them go slower, so you could, you know, get a little grip on what you're doing. Um, Now, the weapon damage is not great, but with that comes fun. You know, it's like Halo. You know, it takes a little clip a kill, which is still okay, but, you know, it's not just killing people. There's other modes. It's, you know, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, those kind of modes. There's Capture the Sister and/or Capture the Flag. There's Civil War, which is Team Deathmatch. Free for All is Survival of the Fittest. You know, those kind of objective games, and it's really fun. I advise checking it out. Now the single player is great too, as Luke was saying. It's a great look. BioShock 1 was a little longer, but BioShock 2 still kicking ass. You know. E-Man, you want to take the floor?
Yeah, sure. My favorite game modes basically are Civil War and Capture Sister. It's pretty good. Yeah, basically, my favorite gun is the Tommy, and my favorite plasma is the Incinerate.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just really good combination. If you don't have Bioshock 1 or Bioshock 2, I recommend getting it. It's like Bioshock 2 is like 20 bucks, and
$10.
Bioshock 1 is like
Yeah.
10, 15. Yeah,
I
but I
picked up number
recommend
2
it.
for about $20 at Blockbuster, actually. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. BioShock 1 is
Yeah.
probably about $10, $15.
Yeah,
But
basically,
with
I like
BioShock 1
what.
comes no multiplayer. Just let
Yeah.
everybody know.
Yeah, basically, what Luke said, I basically like. I like it how it's 1950s. I wouldn't exactly call it RPG, but I guess you could say
Yeah.
that.
Um, I didn't like the RPG. It's not at all because there's no levels and stuff. But it is the explorer first person type. Um, no, like I can't. You can't. It's not really. You can compare it to a game. I can't. Nothing comes to mind when I think of Bioshock. It was Game of the Year. The first one was Game of the Year edition. Number two, I guess wasn't as good. I liked it. I like both of them a lot. I mean, I recommend picking either of
But
those.
number two introduced multiplayer.
Yes, definitely, and that will fix your boredom if you get bored of the single player, which is always something you can go back to.
So I guess I'm gonna take the floor here. Um, I thought the single player in Bioshock 1 was very fun, and it was a lot longer than Bioshock 2's. Bioshock 2's was maybe a little bit underwhelming compared to 1, but still very good. And then it had multiplayer, which is very fun. I played that a ton when it came out. For the first 2 months, that was like all I played. Like back when I didn't have friends, lol lol. But yeah, it was a very fun game. So do you guys want to switch to something else?
Sure.
Alright, so let me come up with a topic.
I think Assassin's Creed sounds good.
Assassin's Creed? Well, I have nothing to say about Assassin's Creed, so you can go on and talk about that.
All right, well, multiplayer. We keep on going. Is introduced in Brotherhood, and some of it is not so, and some of it is fun and addicting, and that will have you gripping your seat, biting your fingernails, and falling off your seat. It's I'll talk about one of the game types. As I do not know what it's called, still I know what it is, exactly what it is. While trying to assassinate someone, if you go a little too fast, you may get noticed and start getting chased by an assassin. And it's just really fun. And when you get assassinated, you're like, oh damn, and you just would love to, get back in the game and just, do some more wreckage to other assassins. As for the single player, the horses are a lot more easily to get a hand of. All you gotta do is whistle. There's one right at your feet in less than 10 seconds. Um, the other assassins. Now, some people want to know about that. I've been reading reviews and stuff on GameStop.com and stuff. Um, when you see someone getting attacked, you would basically save their life and they say, I am yours to, whatever, and you could send them on your missions to kill people. Basically, they're your own little personal hitman that you could direct to kill someone. Um, number one was long and a little bit harder than the second one. The second one was uh, a little improvement, a little bit of everything except for the length of the game. And that's pretty much it for the Assassin's Creed series. Now, what they did with Italy was beautiful. I still myself cannot believe they did that whole thing. That's just amazing, if I do say so myself. Um, just rebuilding Italy and stuff. I mean, I was like pretty shocked. And this single player is addicting for a while, as it can get boring at some times, but still, it is a good game. A little bit challenging if you're looking for that, but not the hardest game out there. But you know what I mean.
Well, I thought the series that they released, there was like this little video series before Assassin's Creed 2 was released. Did you ever hear about that?
No, I didn't. I gotta check it out sometime.
Oh, I don't know what it's called, but there was like a little video series that was like a preview to Assassin's Creed 2. It was like 2 parts. They were each like 30 minutes long. I thought it was very entertaining. So,
Yeah.
what I want to talk about
I'd love to
next.
see Ezio kicking ass.
It was kind of like a
Yeah.
real life series kind of, but um let's talk about Fallout 3 now. Not Fallout New Vegas, just Fallout 3. That was a topic. So, do you guys want to go first or me? Uh, I guess I will. I haven't heard E-Man in like 5 years. He's kind of quiet. Well, I guess I'll talk about this. Fallout 3 was an RPG. If you didn't know, that was released in 2008, 2007, somewhere around there. It's made by Bethesda Softwares and published by them as well, I believe. So, anyways, Fallout 3, I'm gonna give sort of like a review on it. It's a very fun game, for one. It's very addicting. Like, I've played at least 40 hours of it so far, and I've only had it for about a month. It's very addicting. Like, what you do in the beginning is you create your character, the character customization. There's a lot of features. There could be more, but there's a lot. And then there's different skills that you have to, when you level up, you get a certain amount of skill points and you add those to your skills. And, like some of them, like lockpick, yeah, some of the skills, well, let me give an example. Some of them, my favorite skills personally are small guns, medicine, lockpick and repair, and science. So, some things like there will be a lock that you have to pick, and it's like it's like easy, and for an easy lock pick you have to have like 25. So some of the skill levels you have to raise them to do stuff like that. Like for example, to hack a terminal, it has to be level 50. Some of the skill levels just increase like damage you do with weapons, like small guns. Repair just increases like how high you can repair something and stuff like that. The game's currency system is bottle caps. It's kind of weird, but you'll get used to it. And then it takes place in a apocalyptic. I'm not bleh, post-nuclear. That's the word I'm looking for. America. It's very interesting and a very fun game. It's got all the RPG elements you want, and I really recommend buying it, especially for the PC because I haven't checked, but I believe the 4 or 5 expansions are free on PC. So my review, I'd give it a 9. Or 9.5, one or the other. It's a very good game. It's very fun, very addicting, and Killer, since you're the Fallout 3 expert, you need to fill these people in with some other stuff that I forgot.
Alright. Well, about the PC, I would highly recommend PC2, because Fallout 3, um, not as bad as New Vegas, but very buggy in some parts. And PC, I noticed, was a better loading time, not as bad with the bugs, and graphics are so great. Plus, like Luke said, all of them, all the add-ons are free with your Steam account, which you probably all have one, I'm guessing, if you're a good computer gamer. Um, well, yeah, I'm not gonna say any spoilers, but the storyline is gripping, and it's really like, whoa, I can't believe this is happening, and there's a lot of good effects. Your limbs can get crippled. I mean, it's like, and you take, adrenaline shots that are called stim packs to heal yourself. Um, and you got water, you got dirty water, clean water, because radiation. The bomb hit in the middle, I'm in the beginning of the game, and everything's dirty and stuff. So you gotta
With radiation.
clear. Yeah, you gotta look for that clean water. You can get radiation poisoning too. Um, I wouldn't necessarily the game is for hardcore gamers, but not a fairy game.
If you can get like a mod on PC to increase the difficulty, then it is for hardcore gamers, I'd say.
Yeah, like on PC, if um don't abuse the cheats if you know what I mean, but have fun with the game, and I would highly recommend picking it up. It's very cheap for the great game that it is. I think it's still worth $60 today. I mean, I've spent over 100 hours with I think 4 playthroughs. I'm on my fourth right now, and I haven't really looked into it. I'm like level 4 on the fourth one, but it's a great game. You'll have a lot of fun with it. The storyline, like I said, is gripping, and it's if you like to explore, shoot stuff on the way, get companions that help you not be alone, and sometimes it's scary. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there are these little octopus-looking things that spray radiation at you, and you're just like, whoa. You want to back up and fight them off with whether it's with your hunting rifle, your Chinese assault
Giant
rifle,
rad
the
scorpions.
weapon. Yeah. Oh my God, they're huge. I'm not gonna lie. And by the way, the weapon variety is crazy. There's so many weapons. Um, you can buy them all over the place from people selling them. There's animals that are just like,
Hey, Killer,
crazy.
can you hold up for a sec?
Yeah.
Like it's not there's not too many specific type of weapons, but there's